It's biracial, yeah. What's up, guys? It's me, only black girl, aka Rebecca, back here to talk to y'all about some things that be getting on my last nerve. First of all, before I get started, I have a couple announcements to make. Number one, I am now on Patreon. So those of you who don't know, Patreon is a platform where you can support your favorite creators. And then in exchange, you get exclusive perks depending on the creator. Obviously, there's something different. But for mine, you can join as little as $5 a month. It really, really helps me as I am just a regular ass person trying to pay these Los Angeles bills. I don't get paid from y'all at y'all on YouTube. So anything helps, very much appreciated. And you guys get some awesome perks in exchange for your donation each month. And yeah, we'll hope to see some new supporters in the next month or so. Pass the word, tell your friends. My second announcement is Los Angeles. I am doing my first live event in Los Angeles on March 22nd. I will put the details down in the description box, but I am putting on an adoption panel. This will be the first of hopefully many different events that I'm going to be doing in the Los Angeles area around adoption. But my first event is March 22nd. It's in Burbank, California, and it is going to be a panel for adult adoptees of color. So tickets are on sale. There is space limited. We already are half sold out. So if you are interested, if you're an adoptive parent, if you're an adoptee yourself, or if you're just interested in learning more about the adoption experience, go ahead and buy tickets. I'll be announcing the panelists the first week of February, so stay tuned. Go follow my Instagram for that. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there. That business nonsense out the way. I wanted to talk to y'all about something, but for some reason, I've been getting a lot of emails and comments about in 2020, and it's getting on my last nerve. So I wanted to address real quick this comment I get all the time from biracial people. And it's this idea that they are also transracial because they grew up with one of their white parents, or they just feel like they didn't really fit in, or whatever it is. Y'all, I know most of the people that reach out to me and give me these comments are like trying to find a common ground. I literally got like 5 or 6 emails and then Instagram DMs that were literally like, oh, I'm biracial and I feel like I grew up transracial as well. I relate to your experiences. That's fine if you relate to my experience, but that don't make you transracial, sweetheart. It really don't. It just does not. Transracial specifically means somebody who is adopted into a family that is not the color that they are. That's it. There's no wiggle room in there, okay? There is no wiggle, no Jason Derulo room in there. I'll break down a few reasons why this really bothers me. Number one, you're not adopted. So regardless of how you feel as a biracial person, I understand that biracial people go through a lot of identity crisis and they deal with a lot of shit. And yes, I would say as a community, we kind of brush that stuff off a lot, mostly because of the colorism that's wrapped in there. I get it. Y'all deal with some shit. That's fantastic. Y'all can have your hardships and everything, but that does not make you transracial, right? Transracial is specifically a term that's used for adoption. And I'm really sick and tired of people using the word transracial to try to apply it to racial dolezal or your biracial experience or whatever the hell else you want to try to apply it to, because it's incorrect. It's just incorrect, and it takes more time for us as actual adoptees to have to go back to square one to educate all you dumb people about what transracial actually is, just to get up to this where we are currently, to where you guys actually give a fuck that we're dying and committing suicide and have all these issues that actually need to be paid attention to, because you still back here using transracial just to mean whatever the hell damn thing you want it to mean. The second reason this bothers me is you're co-opting somebody else's experience, right? As a biracial person, again, you guys do deal with your own issues, and that's fine, but you do not need to co-opt the experiences of adoptees to try to relate to us. You can just talk about your experiences as a biracial person. You can just say, I had a hard time growing up with my white parent and I don't know how to fit in with blackness and I got made fun of and blah, 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 blah. You can talk about all that stuff without having to try to relate it to being transracial, because again, it's just not the same. It's not related at all. And again, you're not adopted. So regardless of your identity stuff, you are still being raised by your literal family. Like, I don't understand how this is confusing to y'all. Regardless of what race you were raised by, you're still being raised by your family. We are not. Most of us will never meet our families. Most of us will never know anything about our biological families, our background, our heritage, nothing. You will still have the privilege of being raised by the people who gave birth to you, regardless of the race issues. That's a privilege, y'all. I know y'all don't want to pretend like you have privilege, but you have privilege. Please stop trying to equate your identity issues with those of adoptees, because you're not adopted, therefore you have no idea what we're experiencing. The last reason why this really bothers me is because there are literal biracial people who are transracial adoptees. So I don't understand how you try to co-opt an experience when there's literal biracial people who are adopted into white families. So while you over here trying to pretend like you're transracial because your daddy don't like you or whatever the hell it is, there are literal biracial adoptees who are being adopted into families they don't fucking know by white people who are being raised as white people. Like, again, y'all, you don't need to co-opt other people's experiences, because there are actual biracial people who are actually transracially adopted, who are actually dealing with both sides of the coin. You're not. Okay? Again, that's not to diminish your experiences as a biracial person. Talk about your experiences as a biracial person. It's fine. Girl, it's fine. Just talk about you. You don't need to try to latch on to other people to try to talk about your own experience. Just talk about you. It's about you, girl. Those of you who are actually interested, I will just refer you to another adoptee blogger who's actually biracial and actually a transracial adoptee. Her name is Hey TRA. I would suggest you go follow her, because she can talk about those experiences as a biracial person and as a transracial adoptee. And she's much nicer than I am, okay? Y'all know that I don't deliver my messages nicely because I don't have time and I don't give a fuck. So if you are interested in learning more from the biracial perspective and a biracial adoptee perspective, I would definitely suggest you go check her out. Again, she's fantastic, love her to death, and she's way nicer than me, so she'll probably be more into having a conversation with you, whereas I don't have time for y'all's shenanigans, okay? Well, that's all for this video, y'all. This is gonna be a short little rant that I wanted to get off of my chest. As usual, just be you. Just be you 2020, okay? You don't need to try to tiptoe your way into other people's experiences to try to relate to us. You can just be yourself. And if you're not a piece of shit, I promise you, people will relate to you and people will make friends with you and you'll be good, sis, okay? Okay? Just, I'm gonna need all y'all just to roll it back, okay? Roll it back. Don't throw yourself a fucking pity party. Be you. Talk about your shitty experiences just by yourself. It's okay. It's cool, girl. We all got shitty experiences, y'all. You don't need to try to one-up everybody else. It's not the oppression Olympics, okay? So if you want to talk about your struggles as a biracial person, fantastic. Do it. Start a blog, start a YouTube, do whatever you want to do, and just talk about it, girl. But you don't need to come to me, my inbox, my Instagram DMs, or any other adoptee trying to say that you understand what it's like to be adopted transracially because you got a white daddy. Let's stop that. Already got an impeached president out here starting wars. We don't got time for this, okay? We don't got time. All right. Love you guys. Follow me on Patreon. If you're in Los Angeles, go look up those tickets and spread the word about it. Love you guys so much. Have a great rest of January. Bye. Mwah.